up, YouTube? I am your host, Mediocre, the tourism reviews, back in here with one more video. All right, guys, listen. Hey, Millionaire reacts. Shout out to Graham Stephan, my favorite financial YouTuber. I watch his content all of the time. He did a reaction to Dr. Dre's ex-wife, okay, almost ex-wife, I believe, wanting $2 million per month. What is she going to spend it on? All right. Now, listen, I think this would be a lot more interesting reacting to Graham reacting to this because he is a millionaire, okay? So I can sit and complain and bitch all I want about what it is that she is trying to extract after love. What I say, guys, on the channel all the time, who you marry is not who you divorce, okay? I want to see how Graham takes this information and his reaction to $2 million per month, specifically what she claims that she needs the money for. Without further ado.
So she filed for divorce and wants $2 million a month. And you might think $2 million a month, like, how is it possible to even spend that amount of money? Like, $2 million a year is significant. It's significant. I mean, that is just, that is just like FU money to anybody. It's just, that is outrageous. Like, there's no possible way you could even spend that amount of money. But she broke down exactly what her expenses are. Clothes. $135,000 a month in just clothing. There's no way any reasonable human being would ever need $135,000 a month in clothes. Now, I'm thinking of this from the perspective of just like, how do you spend that much? That's going to the store every single day and buying, like, you buying a brand new outfit, but even then, like, even if you go to Gucci and you're just like, okay, I'm gonna spend $3,000 a day, every day at Gucci, and just whatever I buy that morning, I'm gonna wear all day long. That would still be $45,000 cheaper. $45,000 cheaper to spend $3,000 a day at Gucci than what she wants, $135,000 a month in clothing.
Now, this is the reason why I would do a reaction to Graham, because I can go through the same exact numbers and I can show the same amount of outrage, right? But he's a millionaire. He's not a billionaire like Dre. Okay, he's not a billionaire like Dr. Dre, but at the same time, he's a millionaire that lives relatively a minimalistic lifestyle. He's particularly frugal, and to see his outrage, but you guys should be outraged as well. 135,000. Now, let me also ask you guys a question. How many videos have you guys seen of her in the studio? How many? Listen, at the end of the day, this is what it is, because I can already hear the detractors right now. But she was at home raising a family, raising the kids. What do you think that is worth? Da, 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 da. And here's my thing. If that's the argument and that's the laws that we live under, then gents, let's say you are at where you're at right now, okay? Let's say that you meet a pretty young thing. You decide to get married. You become a Dr. Dre. Even not even Dr. Dre, let's say a tenth of his. Let's just say you become a multimillionaire, right? Who you married, it's not who you divorced. Let's say it happens, okay? Let's say you went out there and produced, irrespective of the bullshit that you hit, irrespective of the conflicts that you hit, notwithstanding the naysayers, right? Also considering the hours, the hundreds of hours per week to make yourself the biggest, the brightest, the strongest, to create value, to create product, right? And then you get that settlement, all right, that strips all of those years away. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? It's almost like the cost of a family when you're married, increases with your worth, right? So as your worth of yourself increases or your family increases, the more that they can extract for you. It's like the higher value that your children are because of you, the more, right, or your wife is because of you, the higher value you are as a couple. So when you break out together, irrespective of who is producing that value, that she then gets half of that value because you increased your value as a couple, right? It's just a business. That's why I say all the time. I hear detractors all into my comments when I say that marriage is a business. No, it's not a business. All that bullshit. If I'm in partnership for a business, And you have Tom over here that's doing 95% of the work in making that a successful business. And you got Larry over here that's doing 5% of the work in that same business, but they're locked in a partnership and they signed a contract. Tom is over here pissed that Larry is only doing 5%. Well, guess what? If they break up, it's 50-50 the majority of the time, unless Tom has incredible receipts. But often in a marriage, you don't have receipts, okay? Because it's intangible. It's intangible. If you are the producer and she is not the producer, it's intangible goods, okay? It's hard to put a value on intangible, right? It's very hard. Let's move on.
I have a hard time wrapping my mind around this because I'm like $135,000 a month. I just want to know what she's buying. Because she's obviously not doing any sort of Labor Day sales. She's not shopping on Black Friday. She's buying the best of the best and then just never wearing it again. It would be impossible to spend that much on clothing. But then we got this one here. Education.
I think the most disrespectful thing is the way that he phrased that is that, yes, it's pretty much buying something and never wearing it again. She's not even famous, right? Like, listen, if you want to give me the argument that because the person is famous and they have an image to uphold and they never want to be seen in the same thing twice, I'll get that way more than the wife of someone famous who no one's clicking any cameras up into the story at her. No one at all. So what's the argument? Holy moly.
Tuition and living expenses, $60,000 a month. What sort of education are you buying for $60,000 a month?
That's getting the teachers in the home, okay? That's taking the professor out of the critically acclaimed university and bringing them in the house and doing a lecture directly for you. Not on Skype, bump Corona, okay? Come into the house. We're gonna build you a room with a chalkboard and we're gonna give you all the technology and I want you to teach me everything that you know right here, right now, and I'll pay your salary just for me. That's what $60,000 a month is. Woo!
There is nothing, at that point, at $60,000 a month, you don't need to learn anymore. What's the point of learning? If you got $60,000 a month, you don't need to know anything. All you need to know is you got $60,000 a month to spend. That's it. There is no education ever that should cost $60,000 a month. And you can't even learn how to spend $60,000 a month like that on education. But anyway, we got more here. We got entertainment. $900,000 a month in entertainment. $900,000. What is so entertaining that you can't do with $50,000 a month? $60,000. It's impossible. That would be. What is she doing for $900,000? That's basically the equivalent to buying like a used McLaren P1 every single month as your entertainment. Like even a food budget. Imagine if you spend $3,000 a day in food. $3,000 a day. That's entertaining. Even that would be 1/9 of what she spent. There's no. I don't get what she would need to spend $900,000 a month on entertainment. This is a nice one. $125,000 a month in charitable contributions.
Hold up, before Graham goes in on this one. Imagine this. She wants to take your money, $125,000 a month, to give it away. I got nothing for you guys. Okay. Oh, what to what? To what? Oh, what? I got nothing for you guys. So you can't take anything out of your million entertainment to be a contributor to something, ma'am. You can't. This is 1/10 of your entertainment you want to give to charity. Or tithes, is it? Is that what it is? Are you funding a church? I don't get it.
Contributions. Then we got this one. The mortgage. Mortgages are expensive, guys. $100,000 a month.
That is crazy. Wait, so you want to give more in charitable donations than your mortgage? What? What? Your mortgage is 1/9 of your entertainment. The mortgage actually in all of this is not bad compared to everything else. That's incredible for a mortgage. $1.2 million a year in a mortgage. That probably means you're living in a $20-30 million home somewhere in Malibu, right? Like, and right, and maybe there's taxes in there or what have you. But of all of the things that she said so far, this is the least egregious, but it's still egregious. Still egregious. Whew! What a lotto ticket.
For a mortgage payment. Jeez, she's probably living in a $15 million spot. And I wouldn't expect any less from Dr. Dre's wife. A $15 million place. She's got to live in luxury. It sounds crazy for me to say this, but I think from everything here, the mortgage is probably the most reasonable thing. That, I think, is probably the only thing that I could be like, okay, maybe he pays the mortgage, $100,000 a month for him. It stings, no matter who you are, but still, it's not like $900,000 a month on just entertainment. That I think is ridiculous. And then we got this one. This is actually probably the most insane one from all of them. Telephone, cell phone, and email. $20,000 a month. I don't know how you spend that. There's even if you're playing Angry Birds all day long, there's no way that's going to cost you $20,000 a month. There's no way if you're playing Minecraft all day and you're buying all the cool features.
That's the cost of electricity for small cities. Like, that's how ridiculous that is. 20,000, guys. Think of your light bills, or wherever you live. Think of your electricity bills, right? Like, $20,000 a month is for a small, low cost of living city. Can fund 20,000, right? Like, really small city, $20,000 a month in total. Would just, right, like a small county, right? That's it. That's all you need. Real small though, okay? But holy moly, you are ridiculous, lady. Listen, here's the thing. Here's what I hope. I hope at some point they give a much more detailed breakdown of what it is that she's asking for in like a line item description. So we can understand, because like maybe there's some things baked in there that we just not, maybe she's has some business that she's trying to fund that I'm just not aware of. And like she's funding a small call center, right? Or a medium-sized call center, and she has to pay, right? Like phone and resource costs, and she has to pay employees. Like maybe that's what she's doing, but I just don't, the numbers just make no sense at all. I think the reason why Graham and even myself, we get disgusted when we hear expenses like this is just like, I think like the idea of asking someone, like outside of the whole marriage divorce thing, but just the gall to ask someone for all of that money to fulfill some fringe lifestyle that you have, it's mind-boggling to me. But I think I get it to the degree because his wealth is so immense. I mean, in the beginning of the video, I think it says something like he's worth $800 million, which is an insane and mind-boggling amount of money. But at the same time, I mean, think about a $900,000 entertainment budget. That essentially means that you are using private jets to fly in all of your friends, all of your homegirls. That means when they come in, you have a maid per room to whatever, right? Like whatever, like, and it's just mind-boggling to me that type of lifestyle, even if it doesn't just come from me, but it comes from a millionaire himself that's just like, can't even wrap his mind around it. Anyway, I'm not gonna continue to go through the video. Actually, and shout out to Graham as well. He had a whole first part of this video where he's talking about financial tings. So I'm gonna leave a link down to the video down in the description box down below. Click on that video so you can see the entirety of the video. Fantastic YouTube channel. Fantastic YouTube channel. I love it. All right, guys, listen. That was a Millionaire Reacts. That was MTR reacting to a Millionaire Reacts. You understand what I'm saying? Questions, comments, concerns. Y'all already know what to do. Mediocre tutorials and reviews at gmail.com. Appreciate you guys for joining me on my TED Talk here today. Okay? I need more information in this matter. You know, I want more information to come out. I want to see what's going to happen with the prenup. Is it going to get respected? All right. Is she going to say that she signed underneath duress? Right. It'll be interesting to see how it unfolds. Until next time, YouTube. Peace!